Well, Ginger Hill was nice, but I think it's about time we get on the road. Unfortunately, the road kinda ends here, so you're either going to have to backtrack all the way back to where you came from, or we can just use the Detroway to travel to the nearest city. And what a coincidence, that city so happens to have another gym. So let's hop on board and see what Rebelland has to offer. Not a bad town if I say so myself. Apparently this place used to have some shady activity in the past, but you wouldn't have thought it considering what the place looks like now. We could have visited this town earlier in our journey, but considering all the side activities we've done, we've gotten a little sidetracked. Regardless of what time you decide to visit here, you can still check out some cool side attractions, like the church in the middle of the town, or the radio center, which also doubles as this town's gym. The center in question is home to this town's bread and butter, the #1 radio station's Tracers.
Aw man, it's so boring today! What's a guy gotta do to get some love around here?
I'll tell you fellas, you switch on Tracers. Here, we don't pick favorites when it comes to music. Hard rock, classics, pop, whatever you want, we got it. You want to listen to our jams, then you don't even have to pay a dime. It's completely free. But if you have any sweet pennies you'd like to waste, you could always give us a nice little recommendation. Just use the following phone number and call us right up. Tell us what to play, and we'll play it. Make sure to visit our website to learn more. Tracers. We'll trace just about anything. That. Anyway, we won't be exploring any long grass today. However, we have been training for some time, and the Pokemon that we've had in our parties for a while now have been getting a lot of experience. No doubt that some of them are just about ready to evolve. So let's take a breather and see who's on the market today, shall we? Starting things off, if you've been patient enough with Piupa, it would have finally evolved into Semphisect, the Stink Bomb Pokemon. It evolves from Piupa at level 30, which does take longer than normal Route 1 bug Pokemon, but it makes up for it because it's fairly strong. In more ways than one too. Not only is its exoskeleton super tough, but it's able to produce a toxic gas from both the palms on its hands and all over its body. Any other living thing exposed to this gas for too long is considered contaminated and must be left alone for at least 10 years. Assuming they can survive being melted inside out. Pick your poison. Hope you're in a groovy mood, because once Unifo reaches level 27, it will evolve into Funkyfo, the Techno Pokemon. It takes the form of a microphone in order to gather information from other trainers, mimicking any voice or sound that it hears. Some people even use this Pokemon for espionage missions, since it's pretty good at hiding in plain sight. With that being said, be careful what you say around this thing, since it will record everything it hears, and I mean everything, without fully understanding the meaning of it. Save the best till last. Following up on the previous episode's teaser, your Fire-type starter Pokemon Tenderam will have finally evolved into Calavate, the Cultivate Pokemon. At level 36, this Pokemon will have finally grown up and realized the importance of hard work. It's willing to do whatever it can to help out, whether it be in battle or in the farmlands it works on. Using its incredibly strong front legs, it can dig up the ground using its retractable claws, or just flat out use them as a giant plow. A flame plow to be exact. That's its signature move. It will charge at its enemies while its front legs dig up the ground, tearing up the terrain and getting rid of field effects like toxic spikes. Hope those of you who chose Bagrill as their starter Pokemon are impressed, and if you want to see what the other two starters evolve into, make sure to check out the other two arcs. Anyway, these additional buffs we may or may not have gotten to our team should be a major help once we decide to take on the gym. In fact, why wait? There's nothing stopping us, so let's pay Tracers a visit and see what they have to offer us, shall we? For this next gym puzzle, you're gonna have to go burning fire on the dance floor. Whoa! I'm sorry, that was stupid, but anyway, the gym will be split up into multiple sections. Each section will have a tiled floor, which you'll need to light up in order to move on to the next part. Be careful where you step though, because if you step on a tile which is already colored, then you'll have to do the whole thing again. It's basically like Wallace's gym from Ruby and Sapphire. Only there's no penalty room which you'll drop down to if you get one wrong. All the same, there are panels that are already colored which you'll have to navigate around. So just feel the rhythm and you should be able to reach the gym leader with no trouble. Speaking of which, so I'm trying my best to do what my father wanted me to do, but I honestly don't know. I'm not like him. I mean, I'm not a good Pokemon trainer at all. I can't do anything when it comes to battling. I'm rubbish at it. I hate seeing Pokemon getting hurt, but if I'm not good at battling, then what kind of trainer am I? And I can't just go back on my word. Not now. I promised them. I promised them that I would. But I'm not sure if I can keep it. Almost every other trainer in my class who's doing the gym challenge has already gotten half of their gym badges by now, but I haven't even gotten 3. I just don't want to keep doing this, but I can't go back on my word. I can't go against the promise that Sir? Mr. Tempo, are you listening to me? Sir? Hello? Hello? Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that, kid. Listen, I wasn't paying attention to most of what you said, but I get the idea. And if you want my advice, simple. Just forget it. Don't worry about any of it. You're too stressed over all these strives that you kept complaining about for the past few hours. Just forget about your little burdens and run life your own way. Follow your own tempo, if you will. But I promised. If I break that promise, then what kind of a... Sir? You know what? Forget this. You think I could just ignore this, but that's easy for you to say. Yeah, so yeah, kid. Don't worry about it. Oh, they're gone. Huh. Oh, hey, new challenger. Sup, name's Tempo, gym leader around here. Like the beat? Me too. Spend as much time listening to it as I do gym leading. Almost get trapped in my own world, just grooving along to these little tunes. Doesn't matter what kind of music. Rock, country, I love it all. And you can find it all here too. No wonder I decided to set up shop in these parts. You know, before this place was introduced, I heard this was a pretty boring town. Glad I was able to hop on the bandwagon as soon as this place started rolling in. Man, good times. But enough about this place's life story. You came here for a battle, right? Well, I might as well give it to you. Come on, let's get this over with. Next playback will be starting soon. No way am I missing that. Oh yeah, battle, right. Go, Cricketoon! Ah, you managed to beat Cricketoon. No skin off my bones. To and throw, Radios! Huh. Wasn't this interesting? A Pokemon we haven't even seen before. And unfortunately, one that won't be revealed in this arc. So you'll have to watch another one in order to find out about this Radios. Otherwise, you'll be stumbling in the dark. Literally. Oh, you even managed to beat my Radios. Ah well, no harm done. Let's get him, Explode! Over already? Wow, you're some trainer, aren't you? Ah well, I think it's about time you meet my co-star. The stage is set for you, Omnibeat! Introducing your DJ for the night, Omnibeat, the Soundwave Pokemon. This guy is the final evolved form of Unifo, evolving from Funkifo at level 40. By this stage, it has fully developed into human society, becoming obsessed with their music, and jamming it out whenever it can. Using its ability to replicate and produce sound waves, it can levitate off the ground, usually to try and attract attention towards itself. Playful and fun? Definitely, but certainly not dangerous, since this thing can shatter diamonds with its sound waves, so be careful. Oh, sorry about that. Took longer than I thought with that one. Guess this means you're facing my special co-star. Let's go, Noyarlio! This is Tempo's Alcamon, Noyarlio, aka Project Detect. The end goal was to create the ultimate spying Pokemon, using Lucario's aura powers and Noithern's echolocation abilities. However, the clashing DNA once again resulted in some technical difficulties. Both the Pokemon's aura powers and echolocative abilities are nowhere near as strong. Heck, the Pokemon can't even learn Aura Sphere. If that wasn't bad enough, the overloading senses have been known to drive the Pokemon mad. This one seems fine, but all the same, be careful when you face... Hello and salutations once again, fledgling trainer. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important, but I see you have uncovered our Noyarlio. A very impressive name if I do say so myself. Well, if you want one yourself, just remember you'll have to combine Noibat and Riolu DNA, and first hatch it from the egg that will become Noyolu. From there, evolution methods are the same as Riolu. And be assured this Pokemon is far more efficient than the old, boring Lucario. Seriously, why does everyone use that Pokemon? It's so overhyped. Probably because it's one of the easiest Pokemon to train. Heck, a lot of champions use Lucario due to how capable it is. Not to mention with how well it gets along with humans. Oh, well, I assure you that this Pokemon is just as capable when it comes to combat. Sure, the Noibat DNA makes it incredibly weak, and the Riolu DNA makes it too heavy to fly, but it can still glide. That's something. Now, if you're kind enough not to press the skip button, we can go over... What? Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, oh, you won already. Oh, I'm surprised that battle ended so fast. Anywho, well, congratulations. Here, take this. It's called the Techno Badge. Pretty cool, ain't it? Well, doesn't mind me if you don't think so. Like, dislike, I got better things to do in life than worry about stupid stuff like that. The whole world can come to an end, and you'll still see me jamming out some sweet tunes. Don't let your lifelong stresses and strives wear you down, mate. Just follow your own rhythm. But speaking of which, I gotta get jamming. Don't have that many windows with all the challengers that keep coming in. But hey, if you ever want to see things my way, just use this.
Hit it, DJ!
Well, that was certainly a gym battle. Ah well, only a couple gym badges left. Won't be long before we'll be able to take on the Pokemon League. So, let's check that map and see where we... Wait, hold on, what's going on over there? And that's the whole story. Oh, I see. Why didn't you tell me before that you weren't too fond of being a Pokemon trainer? Because I didn't want to make you go through all the trouble of getting me a starter Pokemon for nothing, and... well, I promised him, and if I'm not good at Pokemon battling at all, then what kind of trainer am I? Well, you're still a trainer, that's one thing for sure. But Pokemon trainers don't just have to be battlers, they could also be breeders, caretakers, anything you want. Well, yeah, but that's not what I promised him to be. He wanted me to be a good trainer just like him. But I can't. I'm trying, I really am. But I've lost more gym battles than I've won, and every time I battle I can't help but wince seeing Pokemon get hurt. I admit it, I'm a coward, a wimp, a pacifist, but I just don't know what to do anymore. Other than try. Why would he do this to me? Why would he give me this task knowing I can't go through with it? Why would he give me a promise I can't keep? Look, kid, I knew your father back when he was still a champion. In fact, well, I had to battle him in order to become a champion myself, and well, he was a good man. I learned so much about him, and so much from him, even before our battle. And I'm pretty sure when he gave you that promise, he didn't mean to hurt you. He didn't mean be a good trainer, just by your ability to battle alone. You think so? Think so? You knew him better than I did. So do you really think he would give you this promise for the sole purpose of trying to hurt you? Nah, didn't think so. Listen, I know Jason isn't here right now, but if he was, I bet he'd say something along the lines of, be a good trainer, but in your own way, you know? Because no matter what trainer you choose to be, I'm sure he'll be proud of you. You don't have to be a one-trick Ponyta just to prove that to him. Anyway, I've wasted enough time here. Sorry, I better get going to Neotropolis. I'm needed there. Just think about what I said, okay? What kind of trainer I want to be. Sheesh, that was a lot to take in, wasn't it? Hopefully Charlie will be able to find some ground soon. On the flip side, this Neotropolis sounds fun, so let's do that next time, as our journey through Revolu continues.